All right, how's it going today? It is me, Captain Energy, and today this video is going to be covering a few products, not really getting into detail with any of them, just kind of telling you that they exist, and I'll put links down below so you can look into them more. I will be doing additional videos on some of these products once I get some of them in the studio to play around with, and other ones I will be doing reviews of the updates that have been made to some of the software that I've already purchased or have installed. I'll explain what's what as we go along. By the way, if this is the kind of content that you like, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. All right, let me explain what's going on a little. Okay, so as you may know, 2 weeks ago was the NAMM conference. And NAMM, the North American Music Merchants Conference, is a place where all the vendors show new products. Well, nobody apparently let Behringer know. I'm just kidding. Sonicware, Behringer, Akai, Arturia, and Rob Papen none of them were there for the show. However, 2 weeks later, here we are, all of them released something this past week. So I just wanted to go over those things. It just seems like a floodgate of new products just hit us. We have first the Behringer Pro 800, which is their first polyphonic synthesizer in this format, like this little format, like the Model D. It's a clone of the Prophet 600. And this thing is going to be insane. It's got presets built in. You can add additional presets to it. It's 8-voice polyphonic. It sounds like butter from the video they have here, right down the bottom. The thing sounds so good. I'm going to put links to these pages so you can check these out outside of the video here, okay? And see what you think of them. But the specs on it look good, and they seem to match up to the Prophet 600, and I'm very excited because I can't afford a Prophet 600, and I've been wanting to hear what this thing would sound like. So this is going to be a really cool device. I almost slipped and bought the single voice version that they released not that long ago, and I'm glad I didn't, because it's $100 less, and you only get one voice, it's monophonic. Versus here, for $400, you're going to end up with an 8-voice polyphonic synth. This is going to be amazing. All right, that's one. Two, Behringer also released Toro, which I already did a video on this. And yeah, I don't have a lot of information on it. I only have what you see and what I see here. But I did listen to it. It does sound good. It's mainly aimed at being a bass type synthesizer, low-end type sounds, though it can be used for a lead according to the video. You can watch the video right down here also for this. Again, I'll put the link in the video in the description. But yeah, this thing looks like it's going to be pretty good too. It's about, I think it's $250 is the price roughly, maybe $260. And I will get one in here to look at. I don't know that I'll keep it. It doesn't seem like a device that has my name on it per se. It seems like it might be interesting to look at, but not really interested in owning it. Sonicware just released version 2 of their operating system for the SMPLTrek, which, as you know, I'm a huge SMPLTrek fan, and I cover this thing pretty extensively on my channel, and they have added a bunch of new things here. We got quick sampling now, there's swing functions, duplication of sequences. They've enhanced the drum track features. You know, we've got level, pitch pan, effect send for each instrument on the drum kit. This is insane. Over 300 basic drum patterns to choose from. They've added patterns. So now you can dial up not just a kit, but also a pattern and apply that to the channel. They've done a lot of really good work. The global audio tracks have been optimized. It's much faster now to create and use an audio track. Other improvements, they've got pitch of the instrument track can be adjusted while playing, which you couldn't do anything while it was playing before, if you remember. You can switch the display between the tracks and keeping the edit screen open. Basically, I'm going to be doing a separate video on this so you can see what's what. But if you want to get a head start on that, I'll put a link to this page. There's a video here by Chris Lodi. He's kind of the, this is him right here. He's kind of the spokesperson, if you will, for Sonicware. So he did the initial video for it. And if you want to get a look at that, I would advise you to check out his video. He'll take you through all the items, and I'll go into the more in depth in my video, and we'll do some real life use scenario stuff, okay? All right, next item is the MPC X Special Edition. Unless you're living under a rock, You have been hearing that there was going to be a new MPC coming out, and this is one of them. This is the first one of the batch, and it is the MPC X Special Edition. It's pretty much the same as the MPC X. Honestly, there's not much different, it seems to me, other than the color is the cream color like the old Akai with the red logo. I found out that Akai actually means red in Japanese. That's an interesting little trivial fact for you there. But they doubled the system's RAM as far as in the sampling RAM. So basically, it says it's the most powerful MPC yet, and it kind of is. I mean, it's got more output than the Key 61, but the Key 61 and it are kind of parallel right now as far as processor and RAM and that type of thing. Both can have internal drives. I probably won't get this thing. It's pretty awesome, and I would love to own one, but I just don't think I could justify it, especially since I have the MPC 1 and the Key 61. Mainly, I'm just waiting for the MPC 3 software to drop at this point, because I'm told that there's going to be an MPC 3 version of the software. The other thing that's kind of interesting is they just upped their operating system to 2.11.9, and without any real explanation of what the changes were. So in my opinion, based on the 0.9, and that's not like a major up number, it went from 2.11.7 to 2.11.9, it seems. I believe that's the last one was. I'm guessing it was mostly stability fixes and that type of thing, patching bugs and whatnot. However, I don't know for sure, but I can tell you this, that when I turn on my MPC now or start my MPC software, every time I start it, it says there are new instruments available. Go to, the instruments page and press refresh to see what they basically to download them. And so I go there and nothing happens. There's no new instruments available. So it kind of makes me think 2.11.9 is prepping us for the next batch of instruments that Akai is going to release. And if I were to guess, I would say that they're probably going to come with the MPC X, and all the rest of us are going to have to purchase them. So to give the MPC X a little extra something to stand out, I guess, they would release some new instruments for it, that type of thing, and everybody else will have to buy them or whatever. That's pretty much that's a hypothesis. I'm not sure that's accurate, but I'm guessing. All right, on to Arturia. Arturia this week released their Augmented Brass. They've had this whole series of augmented instruments. They've got augmented piano, augmented strings, augmented brass. I think there's a flute too. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to look. But yeah, and these have been some really cool instruments where it blends the acoustic and electronic kind of sounds of the two. In the interface, they've really started to take that pigments look and bring it over to these instruments, which is kind of awesome. So you get kind of a nice cross instrument interface that you kind of get used to and can expect these certain features and capabilities between the instruments. Right now, it is on sale for $69. It's normally going to be $99, and if you have the V collection, which I have the V collection, it is $29.99 if you have the V collection. And I would say if you've got the V collection, I would say jump on this because it sounds real good. I was very impressed. I've got it, and we will be going through it in another video. Next, Rob Papin, king of synths. This guy, man. Rob Papin, not only is he a brilliant dude, he's just a hell of a nice guy. Okay, I mean, I've seen his videos, and I feel like he really loves what he's doing, and I just really, it's hard not to like his instruments, because if you see this guy and feel the how special they are to him when he's talking about them, it's like you can tell he just loves what he does, and I think it's amazing. And his synthesizers are the dopest. And when I say that, okay, Arturia and various other software synth makers are all trying to sound like this and that, and this synthesizer DX7 or the an Odyssey or something. These synths, what I love about them more than anything else is that they're 100% unique. They're original, and he just released b.i.t 2, which this synth, I love b.i.t. It was one of my favorite synths he's put out in a while, and it just sounds so good. And b.i.t. just came out last week also on Thursday. And with Explorer 8, you get this synth already. So if you have Explorer 8, get online and download it. It is on sale right now, $74. If you don't have it, it's a good time to buy it. Sounds very good. There is a trial. You can give it a go and see what you think of it. I can also do a video on this synth once I get a little more used to the new one, so we can take a look at it and see what you guys think. Anyway, that's pretty much everything. I just wanted to point out these new products. What do we do? 8 of them? 7 of them? Yeah, seven total things here that I just went over. And they're just all outside of NAMM. So I thought it was kind of awesome that NAMM is not the... people aren't going to be held back by an event anymore. They're just going to release when they're ready to release. And this is pretty amazing. I think that the 2 synths that I've seen here, Augemented Brass and b.i.t. are amazing. The actual physical instruments from Behringer look great. The update to SMPLTrek is awesome and very much appreciated, because they've just been on their game, really getting us what we need for updates since this thing came out. I feel like they're really holding to their promise of creating this amazing device. Anyway, if this is something you thought was cool, please like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. And if you want to check out any of the devices we're talking about, check out the description. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Be safe. Bye for now.